So, update on our living abroad chronicles. So, we have been living in Cyprus for 10 months now. Lived in Greece for 3 years, and then we moved to Cyprus in February of 2025. Both of my daughters are in school. We visited like maybe 6 or 7 schools before we found the right one that teaches in both English and Greek. They do Greek 3 days a week, and then they do formal English classes 2 days a week, and that basically helps them like know their Greek letters, their English letters, and like integrate Greek into their everyday. So, you know, instead of saying clean up, we say sikirizume. When they sneeze, they say parakalo instead of excuse me. But they use both like interchangeably at home, and we have been also doing what they're doing in school to like, you know, bridge the gap between, just like so it's not a hard stop of Greek when they get home. My husband is now quite informal with the gas station man, which is always a good tell once you get acclimated to an area. Like, you know, you start to get to know everybody. Like, we are very acclimated with our local bakery, our next door neighbors, like things like that. So, you know, the 99-year-old lady who live up the street. It took us a while before we actually started to decorate the house, but now like we've done things like we both have desks now, which to some may seem small, but to us it's a huge deal, you know, because we're like creating like formal workspaces for each other. I've gotten some cool like art gigs here, being able to paint live, which is a huge thing for me, and it's really cool because it's not as common here to have a live painter at events and things like that in Cyprus. So I basically found my own little niche here, which is cool. The girls have a primary care doctor, and she was really nice. It actually was super fast, super seamless. A lot of the things that we have to do here, we'd be having anxiety about, but then when we actually do it, it ends up being a lot easier than we were like having anxiety like about it. Like basically the anxiety was unwarranted, but I guess warranted because, you know, we're new here. So yeah, I know if you were following us when we lived in Greece, we were pretty much using like taxis to get around, but here in Cyprus we have a car, and it is you know, like London, so you drive on the opposite side of the road than in the US, which now seems like the right thing to do. Like anytime I'm watching you guys' videos on TikTok and you guys are driving on the other side of the road, I'm like, ah, they're gonna crash. And I think that's it. Like for a formal update, let me know if you guys have any more questions you want us to answer, since we haven't been doing much like living abroad content, but we do live abroad. Now we're just kind of living. So yeah, this is our 10-month update.